It's a Monday during the NHL season, but this is not a regular Monday. This is a Monday where you guys are going to get to enjoy the New York Islanders. I don't know if you're going to enjoy watching them, but you're going to enjoy them allowing money to be funneled into your pockets because they're going to Western Canada to play the Edmonton Oilers. But this is not just the Oilers who screwed you on night 1, night 10, night 15, probably a whole bunch of times throughout the course of this season. But this is the Edmonton Oilers who have fired their coach and now are coming home after a big win against the Cockroach-Kraken on the road. And now they're facing the New York Islanders, whose play has just been deteriorating game after game after game. The fans are calling out the players. The players were telling the fans not to show up after last game. Full disarray over there. They're missing their top defenseman, or at least they did last game. You want to talk about a witch's brew. Many times I've talked about witch's brews or perfect storms, all the ingredients that brew up the correct bet. Well, a fired coach, a new start, coming off a big win, another team just struggling, can't get it, losing, blowing leads, losing on the road easily, losing by a lot, losing by a little, outplaying a team and losing. Everything's going wrong for the Islanders. This is the second stanza, the new start of the Edmonton Oilers season, trying to turn things around. I got a weird feeling that run is coming for them at some point this season. Who knows at what point? Maybe it started with that win the other night, but as you saw with the the Las Vegas Raiders, you get a couple of wins coming off that coaching change. It doesn't matter. So many times you've seen this. Hockey, football, you name it. You change your coach, and especially if you have a better team to begin with, I'm taking that team for the win. Of course, I'm taking the Oilers against the Islanders in this one. And if there's a bit of good news about getting screwed by the Oilers earlier in the season, no different than with my Monday Night Football picks taking Gabe Davis, who had a low receiving total. We're getting like a minus 170. If this was opening night of the season, it's probably minus 210. But because they've screwed so many people, the way they say I'm sorry is by giving us a slightly better price. I'm going to take the Edmonton Oilers, but not just, there's a whole variety of things, because I don't think we're just getting, it's going to be a 3-2 Oilers win. No, this is probably going to be a little more convincing than that. So we can start with a Caesars same game parlay. We haven't seen McDavid and Draisaitl. They haven't been that effective these last couple of games. The last game, even in that big win, it was those secondary pieces, the Nugent Hopkins, the Zach Hymans, they were contributing. I think this is the game that the big boys contribute. So I'm going to do a Caesars same game parlay. I'm doing a Draisaitl assist with an Oilers win. That will bring the price down even further, and you can bet up to $1,000 on that, and it will be risk-free over at Caesars because that's the promotion they got going on for you. First time better, new user on Caesars. Your first bet's risk-free up to $1,000 as long as you're a new user over there, over 21, and obviously located in a state or province that has Caesars and sports betting is permitted. So I'm going Draisaitl assist, Oilers win for anything up to $1,000, risk-free on Caesars if you're a new user. But always remember, I always want to remind you, don't be embarrassed. It's okay. It's better than admitting you have a problem and getting to the bottom of it before it spirals out of control. And then you'll be the New York Islanders with Casey Zizekas telling the fans not to come to the games. Address your problems. Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. So we have another assortment of bets. I think that the big boys are showing up in this one. I don't mind taking the Oilers minus 1.5 at plus money. I think you're going to get McDavid and Draisaitl in this one. Give me the Oilers minus 1.5 with McDavid over 1.5 points and Draisaitl over 1.5 points. Just like last week with Colorado, when we thought they were going to have a good bounce back game against the Devils, we took them minus 1.5 with the Rantanen over 1.5 and McKinnon over 1.5. Same type of thing for this one. I think they're going to crack these Islanders, and I'm going to put all of those together in a nice big fat plus money bet. But those are the assortment of bets I like for that one. I obviously never mind if you put Evan Bouchard on any sort of same game parlay because he runs the point on that power play. You get a lot of free points with him when that power play is clicking. And if you've seen the Islanders penalty kill, not much to worry about on that front. So yeah, all Oilers for me in that first game. And then I don't know why they do this to me. I mean, this season's a month old and I just feel like it's Twilight Zone. Every other night I gotta watch these cockroaches play the Avalanche. It's giving me PTSD. I'm watching the cockroaches beat the Avalanche the other night on the last second goal. I was like, is it April? Is it April? And they're playing again? Is this the third time in a month? And you know what I'm doing, especially because of the way the last game went. Colorado, we took them last week against the Devils because they had back-to-back poor performances, and they don't really let these losing streaks kind of snowball into bigger things. I'm banking on the same thing this time around. The Kraken haven't been good all year. Look at their record. They got cracked by the lifeless Oilers in their last game, and they haven't been impressive at all. And we know the Colorado Avalanche, they don't fear the road. They just broke the record for most consecutive road wins in NHL history at the end of last season, going right into the beginning of this season. So it's not like the Seattle environment worries me whatsoever. We took them earlier this year in Seattle, and they won that one. So I'm taking them once again. You give me the Colorado Avalanche. I don't want to just take them at that price, so I'm going to do the classic at a Makar point. Makar's been playing great. That power play has started to click recently. You see a lot of him, McKinnon, and Rantanen involved on these power play goals. So you give me Makar with that Colorado win. Slightly tempted to take the over. Not going to do it. But that's what I have for you here on this Monday. We got those Oilers and we got the Avalanche. It's April all over again. But really, for me tonight, it's the Oilers. I talk about the regular guy who comes to the videos and wants to make one bet. I know most of the viewers are all Pirates, but the regular guy, we're going to go Oilers. We're going Oilers on this, and we're going Gabe Davis receiving yards in the other one. For all the regular guys out there, but for the Pirates, you got a whole bunch that you can throw into your tickets tonight. All right, good luck to you. Better luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed here to the Odd Shopper channel. All you people who say nice things, even the YouTube commenters who they say, "Oh, you made the worst pick I've ever seen. The Brady Tkachuk, that was the worst pick I've ever seen I've never seen a worse pick in my whole life. I've never seen a worse pick in my whole life in a game where Ottawa scored 5 offensive goals to take a player point. So you were right with all that, but the fact that it wasn't Brady Tkachuk who got on the board means it was the worst bet I've ever seen in my life. You know what? You're right. I'm done. Guys, this is my last video. I just want to announce it now. The random guy on YouTube, he made me realize that I should just throw it all. I should just not do this anymore. And I should listen to the random YouTube comment guy. What does he look like? You'll never know. I'll never know. But I guess we'll maybe know one day. We're going to watch Netflix and one of those documentaries about a guy who lost it. You know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Talk to you later.